Welcome to my top 10 most anticipated comics for November 20th, 2024. I'm Mike Spider Slayer. Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. Hopefully this list does help you make decisions on what comic books to buy. And if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel yet and you like daily comic book content, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also guys, if you want to become a member of my channel, it's super easy. Just go onto that home screen, hit that join button. There's 3 different tiers that you can choose from, and as low as 99 cents, you guys can have early access to certain videos. You can get stickers for your comments. You can get monthly badges, guys. And again, it does help support the channel, so it is much appreciated. So with that being said, guys, let's dive into the book that's on the hot seat this week, and that goes to Batman Full Moon issue 2. Now, I really enjoyed issue 1, but I could see this series kind of going a little bit south. The one thing that was a downfall for this book for me was the artwork. It kind of took me a little bit out of it. I get what they were going for here, but I was just like, yeah, I can't kind of make out the characters. They look a little bit goofy, right? And Batman seemed like he survived, like, just extremely crazy circumstances, right? He like gets battled in a freaking battle against a werewolf and he survives that, and like I want to see him turn into a werewolf and do some fighting, right? Wouldn't you? This book is 32 pages and this one is $6. Next is the book that is on the rise, and this goes to Mark Spears' Monsters. This is issue 2. Obviously, this series is inspired from his trading card set. I helped him actually kick off this Kickstarter for Monsters before it went direct, and the first issue of this was actually really good. The artwork, it's outstanding. If you knows Mark Spears' artwork, what you get on the cover is what you're going to get on the inside of this comic book. And we learn a little bit about the monster's past in the last issue. We learn about this monster hunter by the name of Slayer. There's this like stone that they're going after as well. Been a little while since the first issue has come out, but I'm very much looking forward to the second issue of this. So if you guys haven't checked it out, I suggest it. Little pricey, $6 price point, but it is an enjoyable read. Now, officially kicking off this top 10, we do have number 10, Miles Morales Spider-Man. This is issue 26. This is an all-new, all-different Spider-Man suit. That's right, guys. If you read the last issue of Spider-Man, we've gotten to see that Black Panther has come into play, and he has given Miles a suit to help control his vampirism that he has, and hopefully eventually it will cure him of that, right? And at the end of the last issue, you wind up seeing him do another battle, possibly against the Vulture. A little bit repetitive in my eyes. Still, this series has been pretty good, and I'm curious to see though where they go with the character after we get done with all this, you know, vampire stuff that Miles has been going on with. Oh yeah, I think I do remember. He's going to be crossing over with Deadpool since Ziegler writes both titles. The legacy numbering here is 308, 32 pages, $4. Coming in at number 9, we have Titans issue 17. Listen, we could get a Titans roster that actually grows, right? And in the all-in issue, the good jumping on point in issue 16, we get to see Nightwing relieve himself as team captain or team leader, right? And he puts Donna Troy in command, and there's a lot of things that our Titans are suffering from based off of what happened in the issue. They're like, I don't know if it was like their memories are being toyed with or things like that, but it's kind of funny because Nightwing is like, well, I'm no longer team leading, so Donna, you handle this one. It was just like he automatically relinquished the duties and he's like passing the buck. I thought that was kind of funny here. So this book was pretty good. It's written by John Layman. It's 32 pages at $4. Coming in at number 8, we have Batman and Robin Year 1. This is issue 2. So this is a story about the first year of Batman and Robin, Dick Grayson and Bruce Wayne. And we get to see that, Dick is kind of adjusting to the ways of, how Batman operates, right? And I think Batman is adjusting as well. And I think that's what makes this comic book really good. And like I was going to say, the artwork is fun as well because you got Sam Neill's artwork in here. So this is something that I would suggest moving forward with. This is 32 pages and this one is $4. Coming in at number 7. This one I'm a little questionable about. No pun intended here. This is The Question All Along the Watchtower. This is issue 1. So I did not know that Renee Montoya now is like the Question, and she has the responsibilities of, guarding the Watchtower. She's the one that's in controlling it and protecting it against all threats, right? But did I miss that? Did that happen in Absolute Power where she winds up becoming the Question? Let me know in the comments below. I'm a little lost on that. I am a little bit hesitant about seeing if I will get into this. It sounds kind of cool. We'll see. 32 pages, $4. Coming in at number 6, we have The Sentinels. This is issue 2. Seems like a little while since Sentinels issue 1 came out, and it looks like this is titled Operation Shaw. So it says, the Sentinels have their orders: enter any enemy nation, infiltrate a maximum security prison, and escape with Sebastian Shaw. So looks like he's going to be entering this title, and I liked the first issue. I thought it was kind of cool, kind of learning about this new Sentinel program, how these guys get these implants, and they're just, they're kind of doing this because they really have no choice. Interesting book. Curious to see the direction. 32 pages, $4. Here we go, top 5. This is a fun book written by Jeremy Adams. Number 5 goes to Flash Gordon. This is issue 4. So Flash Gordon has been through the ringer from the very start of this book. He was held captive in this death planet. He's trying to escape. He was thrown into the arena. He was doing battles against these monsters. And in the last issue, we got kind of a glimpse into Ming's world on his origin story, how he became in control, how he overthrew his parents. It was very interesting. And I'm curious to see now where this book is going to go once he gets off of this planet, right? The artwork is great. The action is really good. And again, it's written by Jeremy Adams. So if you're loving Green Lantern, I suggest that you pick this one up. This is a $5 comic. Coming in at number 4, this book is really good, and I feel like these next 4 books could easily be number 1. The Moon is Following Us. This is issue 3. Great first issue, action-packed, kind of throwing you into this world where we get to see these warriors fighting all these other different people, and then they go back home, and you're led to believe that something is going on with their daughter. And now in the second issue, you wind up getting introduced to the daughter, what happened to her, what Sam and Duncan, the mother and father, have to go through to get her, to get the daughter back. And she's in this dreamscape, so she's in a coma. There's a lot of emotional things going on in this comic, and it's just a wonderful book to read. And when you read a Daniel Warren Johnson title, you're going to expect emotion in there. You had it in Murder Falcon, you had it in Do a Powerbomb, you have it in Transformers, and you have it in this one as well. Yeah, and don't forget Better Ray Bill. So always great emotion in his comic books. Can't wait for this issue. 28 pages, $4. Top 3. Number 3 goes to Geiger. This is issue 8. So when it comes to Geiger, this volume of the series has been the best so far. We've gotten to see Geiger, Tyreek, team up with Nate the Nuclear Knights. He's got Barney. Now they got the zebra. I forgot his name. And they're like all teaming up with each other. And really what Geiger is trying to do is trying to find a cure for himself, because there's supposedly a cure to where he can get back to normal. And I love how this book has become almost like a family book. Tyreek really does have that heart, and I think this is really starting the next arc of this comic. So definitely would recommend this comic to anybody out there. 32 pages, and this one is $4. Coming in at number 2, another Ghost Machine comic from Jeff Johns. This is Rocketfellers. This is issue 1. So I would say like this is this is not from Jeff Johns. This is Peter J. Tomasi. So that's who's doing this. And Francis Menopal does the artwork on this one. But think of modern day Fantastic Four. These guys are a bunch of time travelers. They come from a different time, and I think they're in this current time, right? And I think that's awesome. I think this could be really good. I remember reading the very first issue of this, like in a preview that they had for the Rocketfellers, and I think this is going to be a blast. I say Rocketfellers, it's Rocketfellers. So yeah, but it looks cool. They got this cool dog. They're like grandma's like old, and I don't know, it's weird, but I think this is great. And it's good to see a book written by Peter J. Tomasi once again, and I like Francis Menopal's artwork. So this is 40 pages, and this one is $4. So after number 1, guys, we are not done, as we do have the noteworthy books to discuss. Remember, I'm just showcasing those books just to let you know that those books are coming out, because you want to know what else is coming out for this comic book week, right? So going to my number 1 most anticipated comic, of course, is going to go to Ultimate Spider-Man issue 11. And the title is, Who is the Ultimate Black Cat? So a couple issues back, we wound up seeing Black Cat Sr. bite the dust, right? And now we get to see this version of Black Cat enter the comic book, and she very much looks like Elektra from Chip Zdarsky's run, because Takeo drew in that comic book. So you got the wild hair, but I think it fits. I think she's a sexy looking character. The hair's all wild, and I'm curious to see what type of relationship these two are going to develop. Is there going to be like a love triangle here as well? Is Mary Jane going to get jealous? I don't know, but I feel like she's like extremely younger, so I don't know, but definitely looking forward to this. It's 32 pages and it's $5. So here we go, noteworthy comics. Let's showcase them here. Kicking it off with Marvel, we have Wolverine. This is issue 3. Issue 2 was very lackluster for me, so I don't know where we're gonna go with this in issue 3. Next is Daredevil. This is issue 15. Don't currently read the book, but for Daredevil fans, this might be for you. Next, we have Immortal Thor. This is issue 17. Some people might collect this book just for the variant covers. And then we have The Exceptional X-Men. This is issue 3, obviously focused heavily on Kitty Pryde. She's eventually, I think, going to be the leader of this team. Then we have The Phoenix, issue 5, which I don't read anymore. Next is Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu. This is issue 2. Then we have Storm, issue 2, which I'm not reading that one myself. Then we have Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider. This is issue 7. Then we move on to the DC Comics here. How many of you guys are still reading Batman, Superman, World's Finest? This is issue 33. Then we have Action Comics, issue 1076. Just not reading it because it's a weekly book. It's a lot of money to invest in one comic. Then we have Wonder Woman, issue 15, which I'm not reading because I'm not the hugest Tom King fan, and I've been hot and cold on it. Catwoman, issue 70. Then we have Dark Knights of Steel, All Winter. This is issue 5. Next, we move on to those indie comics. You got The Department of Truth. This is issue 27. That's an interesting cover. Then we have House of Slaughter. This is issue 27. Wow, that's funny. Then you got Ice Cream Man issue 42. I have to start pulling this book again. I love horror books, and this book is always delivering from what other people are saying, so I'm gonna have to pick this up. Then we have the Power Fantasy. This is issue 4. We have The Walking Dead Deluxe. This is issue 101, dealing with the aftermath of what happens to a particular character. Then we have G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero. This is issue 311. Next we have the Powerpuff Girls. This is issue 5. Great for all ages. And there you guys have it. There are the top 10 most anticipated and noteworthy comics for, hard to believe, November 20th, 2024. Tell me in the comments below what you guys are most excited about, and I'll leave you always more content right here for you to click on. And of course, guys, remember, support the local comic shops. Keep buying, keep collecting, but always read your comics so we can have great comic conversation. Guys, I'll see you on the next video, and thanks for watching.